Welcome back to Everyday Barbecue, everyone. My name is Mike. It's been a little while since I did a video. Had to dust the old hat off.
What? You're not rolling right now, are you?
Today, I got a simple but awesome recipe for you. I'm gonna be doing some tomato bread, and I'm gonna do it the way my daughter loves it. There's lots of different ways to get this done. Today, you're gonna see how my little Leah loves this recipe. If this is your first time here and you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, or maybe you have watched me before but you haven't subscribed, you can really help me out by giving me a thumbs up and by subscribing to the channel. I would really appreciate it, and it's totally free. If you want to support the channel in other ways, I'm going to have a link down in the description, and I'll post one here on the screen now. You can use Linktree. Lots of different ways to support the channel. All right, now that we've got all that out of the way, let me show you exactly how my little Leah loves her tomato bread. So there's some really simple ingredients that you're going to need for this recipe. We'll go through them each as we go through the video. Well, we're going to start by slicing up some onion. So I'm just going to go ahead, take the top off, get kind of close to the bottom there, right down the middle. And by the way, I want to thank Del Strong, as always, for supporting the channel, sending products out. I'll have a link down below for some stuff for them if you want to check them out. Meanwhile, let's go ahead and peel this outer layer. Now, I'm using just a small piece of bread today for this, but you can use as much as you want. If you want to make a larger version of this, you're just going to need more ingredients. But I'll have all the details down below for you so that you'll know exactly what I used for what I'm making. Now, most of you know how to cut an onion, but I'm going to just do this really thin. And all you want to do is follow the shape of the onion with the angle of your knife. This is going to give you the best results. So we're just going to do this. Just go all the way around. Slice it nice and thin. If it's a little noisy, I apologize. Now, when I get to this last little part, I'll always flip that and then just continue on. I just want to separate these as best I can. Probably not even going to need all these onions for this because we're doing kind of a smaller batch, as I mentioned. But we do want to separate these regardless. And if you have extra, just put it aside and use it in another dish the next day. All right, let me get these out of the way. For the tomato, I'm just going to cut this centerpiece out here. Just going to pop the top of that tomato out, move that to the side. We're just going to make some not too thin slices, but pretty thin. You want this to be juicy, so you don't want them to be too thin, but you don't want them to be too thick either. And one decent sized tomato like this should be fine for what I'm doing today. Now, when I make this for my daughter, I usually have extra tomato, and she just loves it. I'll put a little salt on it for her, and she'll just knock it out. She loves tomato. All right, now let me get this set aside also. I'm just going to wipe this moisture off the board here because we're going to be cutting the bread next. So I have here just a small piece of bread. This is a piece of sub bread, and it's about 10-12 inches long. But you can take a large piece of French bread or Italian bread or even rolls or onion rolls. You can really do anything you like with this. It's very flexible. The most important thing is the toppings and what I'm going to do with the butter that's going to go on this. And again, there's flexibility to that too. But let's start by cutting this in half. And I will use a bread knife for this. And it's very rare that I'll get this perfectly even. You really would like as even thickness as you can have when you're doing this. But I'm just going to try to cut this right down the middle without cutting myself. And there we go. That's not too bad. Just melting some butter real quick. I'll be right with you. Okay, so my butter's melted. Now to this, I'm going to add some very simple ingredients. We're going to start with some garlic powder. And you can go with like a minced garlic or a chopped garlic here. The problem is that that's going to kind of sink to the bottom of this, and then it's not going to distribute evenly. So, that's really up to you. I've got a little bit of basil. I'll put all the details down in the description, don't worry. Some oregano. And some Italian dressing. And you can use whatever your favorite brand is. And I'm going to pop a small amount of parsley in here. We're also going to have some parsley to top this with. Now just give this a good mix and get this all incorporated together. All right, I just have a small baking pan here. Got my bread on it. I'm just going to go ahead and start to dab some butter here. Not this kind of dab. Just make sure you get a good amount here on this bread, because this really provides a great layer of flavor. My goodness, that looks good and smells good. A lot of people now would put on their tomato and their onion, but my little girl likes that stuff to be on top. So next is going to be some mozzarella cheese, and you can go with a provolone too, or anything that you want. She really loves mozzarella, and today is her day. We're going to do this the way she likes it. So I'm just going to layer some mozzarella slices here. Okay, now Leah likes one with onion and one without, so we're going to start with the one with the onion. So I'm just going to place that here right on top of the cheese. Next is going to be our tomato slices. Now for a little color, a little added flavor, just sprinkle some parsley on top of these tomatoes. We've already got plenty of flavor underneath in the bread, so we don't need to overdo it here. And the butter was salted, by the way, so there's plenty of salt flavor in there, and there's also salt in that Italian dressing. But if you like more salt, you can certainly add it. This is going to be perfect for us. All right, into the oven this goes. Just keep an eye on it. As soon as it starts to toast up and everything is melted, you're really good to go. You don't want to overcook the bread because you don't want it to be hard. You don't want it to be too crusty. So just keep an eye on it, because the size of the bread and the amount of the ingredients are really going to matter. So for this size bread, I'm going to start watching it around 10 minutes at 350 degrees. Might get up to about 15, but I doubt we're going to need more than that. I'll let you know when I pull it out of the oven. Into the oven it goes. So I gave these 12 minutes in the oven, and then I just allowed them to cool off for about 5 minutes while I took some thumbnail photos. So it's time now for us to just go ahead and slice these up and take a taste test. We'll start with the onion version. I have that sliced. Let's do the no onion version. I love Dell Strong knives, by the way. So we'll start with the onion version. Cheers, everyone. If you could see my dog right now, the way this dude is staring at me. Hold on, let me see if I can get this. Javi, I just took a photo. I don't know, I'll try to throw it up here so you can see. Every taste test, every time I film, he stalks me. Okay, now no onions, and you could see, if you look here, you could just see that layer of butter and goodness there underneath this cheese. I mean, this is just out of this world good. Super easy appetizer recipe to make if you got guests over, you're having a birthday party for one of the kids, whatever. All right, cheers. No onion version, here we go. My goodness, these are good. Somebody's stealing one right now. Somebody with much nicer nails than my nails. Here we go. Cheers again. I shouldn't do these videos when I'm hungry, because I don't think people want me to eat on camera like this. But it's good. It's always good. All right, a big shout out to my buddy Lon, who introduced me to this recipe last summer when he came to my house for a barbecue, and we did this tomato bread. Now, we smoked this out on the pellet smoker that day, and that's another option for you. It's super cold out today, so I didn't do that. And a lot of these videos I do, they get more views over a longer period of time if it's not specific to like barbecue or smoking. But you can do this in the smoker. Same temperature. Pellet smokers are not as sealed as an oven, so it may be a few extra minutes, but you're just looking for sort of the beginning of a crunchy consistency around the edges of the bread, and for it to start to kind of toast a little bit, but you don't want to dry it out too much. The melted cheese and the tomatoes beginning to render, that's when you know you're good to go. Take it off the heat. I'm sorry, not off the heat. Take it out of the oven or out of the cooker, outside if you're smoking it, and just let it sit, chill for 5 minutes, cut it, and serve it. All right, that's it for today. I really appreciate you hanging out with me as always. Sincerely appreciate all the support. It means a lot to me. I love all of you out there. Thank you so much for everything. Take care. Till next time, I'll see you on the next episode.